Hey guys, welcome to Comfy Cozy Up. So today, no vlog. This was a very tiring and busy week, but I did finish my dress. I'll put the video right here. I'm gonna make one more summer dress, and then everything else is gonna be fall. I want to really focus on a lot of jackets and stuff like that, which I will share in videos coming. But I am reading off the book list. So I read 2 books off the book list, so I'm up to 3 now, and 10 more to go. Yeah. And what I love so far, they're small. So the first one I read was If I Survive You, and this is a very nostalgic book for me. There's so many things about this book that I enjoyed and I understood. It is focused on a Jamaican family migrating from Jamaica during a very turbulent times in Jamaica, where things were happening and there was some violence that was happening at the time. So you have the parents with the hopeful feel, and then you have 2 sons, and in this, as the story progresses, in the beginning there's that experience going to school in America and how that was, which I can very much relate to. Identity is such a big thing in the story, which I can understand, because I also felt like, yes, you're in Jamaica, this is a time where social media wasn't a thing. You didn't get all that racial issues. We have more of a colorism issue, I guess you could put it that way. But growing up, it was you're Jamaican and you're a woman, versus coming to America, it was like, oh, you're black, and that you're now identified as black, immigrant, and a woman. And the Jamaica thing was like in the back of you, that kind of deal. So I understood this, and also because when you think of Jamaica, the motto is out of many one. So the main character have a different kind of look that people don't automatically put him as just a black person. There's other things about him. So I understood that identity thing in this. It is written in more of an interlocking kind of story, where each chapter is focused on something, and different characters pop in. Where the father, there's another character that's related, that storyline I actually really was in. I was there for that storyline. I think it's Splash. Splashdown. But Trelawney is suffering with identity. He's suffering with not belonging, trying to fit in, not quite fit in, and being a smart man that went to college and experienced certain kind of life. He found himself in situations that are oftentimes have you scratching your head, but as you read the story, you kind of connect, where it is that attention, it is that unable to cope and deal with his issue, unable to really even voice what is really happening to him, until things kind of like blew out of control for this main character, where you're like, what the hell? I enjoyed this, and the things that was happening, I was just for it, and quite entertaining, but also kind of sad at moments, where you're realizing that you want to shake him and get him to snap out of his situation. He was going through it in this book, guys. Homeless, this homeless, taking a job, doing the unthinkable things for money. He was going through it. He was going through it. But at the end, for me, I felt like he was gonna heal. Like, it was that moment where I'm like, once that realization came for him, he's gonna heal. He's gonna heal. So I was rooting for him. Then the book that really stirred my emotion, we're talking, history has a way of really showing more ugly side of people. And especially, there's so much things that you just don't know. You've never even heard of. And I've never heard of the story that inspired this. This is a story that is based on an island off Maine. And in this, the author just tells a story about an Irish and a black man, and them living on this island and having these mixed kids, and this island is also that welcoming island for, if you think of the time period that this book is based on, you know, how many centuries ago that was not heard of, and how, you know, one bad man who in terms of using missionary work went and destroyed these families, and separate them from what they built on this island. This is 6th generation that was happening. So there's bits and pieces of history that is known, that is intertwined in the storyline to kind of give it that beautiful written storyline. The author absolutely knows how to write, because it was so much moments of this book that was just very much beautifully written. But it's also painfully sad to know that what they did to these people, and there's that certain form of redemption that they gave them later, but they had destroyed so much, and even to desecrate the grave site in this, where this book really was just a bitter taste in my mouth. Like, really, it was just, I was very much annoyed at certain part. I do find that the author added something in the storyline that I just was a fan of. I was like, why? Was it necessary? Why we had to do that to the girl? Why we had to make the girl that character kind of deal? And then there's also that moment where they took bits and pieces of things that they found from Ethan, which is one of like generation down the road, who actually left the island to the neighboring island, and exploring certain things education wise, and how some of that may have contributed to some of the things that even happened. How to describe the people irked my nerves. I was just so like disgusted. And the assumption that some will make because if the person is not living how you're living, or experience certain things, that they would want something else. I didn't like that. There was that certain, when you think of this story, you think of the fact that they were able to live and have that many generations on this island, that they had peace. It might not be identical to certain things, but they had peace, because normally that kind of marriage, that kind of community setting was never accepted in the mainland, that kind of deal. So that part of the story, just like, leave the people alone. Why you couldn't just leave the people alone? And it was just like, the ending was just, it's a sad book. I'm not even gonna, it's a sad book. It is a sad book when you think of the fact that this happened in real life. This is, you know, the author took real things that happened. There's, throughout the books, there are articles sprinkled throughout the book that was, you know, kind of to support and, you know, to make it seem more realistic in terms of his take on what he thought happened. That kind of deal, which is so hard to do when you think of historical fiction, of when it's inspired by a true story. Like, how do you want to even make it your own without going too far over and not making some characters a certain way? That has to be difficult, but I think he handled it decent, except for that one little thing that he put in the book where I'm like, but other than that, it is a good historical fiction, and it made me look up the storyline. Like, I literally went up and looked up the actual real case of the people and what happened with that, all that mess. So I'm here for it. I'm here for it. Now, what I am reading, because I have 2 other books that's on the book, because I have the total of 3. I have 2 more, so I'm going to read those. Are small as well, so I think, yeah, I do have them. So this is Western Lane and Old God's Time, and the other 2 that I actually have. And I'm going to get to them because, again, they're small. But I am also reading the subscriber pick. You guys have me reading the most crazy books, but I'm entertained. This particular subscriber, she's been subscribing to my channel for a while, so I think she did this on purpose, because she was like, probably saying, you know, I haven't read a dark romance in a while. Now let me just start off by saying, dark romance is not for everybody. If you are not a romance fan, if you don't like dark romance, if you are part of the moral police, do not even try. Dark romance are literally pushing the boundaries of things that would never happen in real life, or you never even put yourself in that situation. However, it is entertaining. for me. So first thing I'm gonna say, this cover is disgusting. It's one of the worst book cover I've ever seen. She needs to redo this book cover. Okay? Okay, Joan? Vasa? Fix this. Look at this book cover, guys. This is, I feel like I want to just cover this. This is where I probably should make a book cover and then put this in. Because this is just awful. They need a redo this. So anyway, unfortunately, Francine is started off with a bang, guys. The first chapter, we got dead people, we have a kidnapper, we have kidnapper turned into husband. It's wild, but honestly, it given a lot of crime mystery. It's a case going on in this that is very much entertaining, because I'm still on the tippy toe, like, who did it, that kind of situation. There is stuff that's popping up. The way the story is written in per month, like April 2095, you know, June 2095, 2095, what am I 19, whoa, I be gone then. 1995, sorry. Okay, 1995. Woo, yeah. It was doing that, and so you know something's happening, and we're leading to something, which is why I can't put the book down. It is a fast read. It is a fast read. I'm flying through this because I cannot put the book down. But every time I'm doing this number, because this cover is just a god awful cover. Awful. Redo. Anyway, so I'm gonna be stopping this video here. Upload this. And go sleep. Yeah. I'll see you guys in the next one, guys. And let me know if you read these yet. What you thought, especially this one. Ooh, let me know. And I will definitely yeah, I'm here for this. I mean, both of them I enjoyed. I mean, I don't have an opinion yet how I really feel, because they very much feels like Booker. This is definitely the Booker. And this also is I believe he's also a debut. Yes, debut. It's a debut author. So he definitely went with the creative route of how he wrote this. So that's all I'm giving you for now. We got 10 more Booker to read. But let me know if you read these and what you thought, and I will catch you in the next one. Alright, guys. Bye.